Hundreds of troops from all over the country are being deployed to the southern border this week, joining the thousands that are already on the ground there. The show of force in California and Texas comes as deportation flights have started to Central and South America. And today, Texas Governor Greg Abbott announcing he is sending hundreds of extra reinforcements from a specialized border unit to help National Guard and Border Patrol agents. So let's get out to News Nation's Allie Bradley live for us there in Del Rio, Texas. Allie, what more do we know about these now additional deployments?
Yeah, hey, Nicole. So just because the numbers have dropped significantly since President Trump was sworn in does not mean that Governor Abbott is taking his hands off of the mission down here. He just announced that he's deploying an additional 400 soldiers from the Texas Tactical Border Force team down here to the southern border. So sources tell me they're going to the Rio Grande Valley. They should be landing in about an hour and a half. They're going to be coming in on Chinooks and C-130s. Now, those resources will be there to supplement the Border Patrol and the thousands of troops that are already down here kind of securing the border, if you will. Now, here's what we know from these deployments. They're going to get a lot of help here because more are even coming from the federal government. Troops are coming from across the country, from Texas to Kentucky to JBLM in Washington state. Army soldiers and Marines are making their way down here to the border. Now, sources tell News Nation that at least 500 soldiers are in California. We know around 300 landed in El Paso over the weekend. We talked with Congressman Tony Gonzalez, who represents a lot of Texas's southern border, and he says that we can expect even more soldiers to arrive in the coming days and weeks, and says Fort Bliss, which is down in El Paso, is going to essentially be ground zero for these removal actions. Take a listen.
The Air Force has been key in providing airplanes. The Army has been key in providing personnel. The Marines also been key in providing personnel. Fort Bliss is going to be a big part of housing some of these folks. I think over the next several days, weeks, months, you'll see hundreds of folks kind of trickle through at different points.
Okay, so Nichole, Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez are also telling us that he expects these numbers to continue to increase. Over the weekend, we saw ICE nab nearly 1,000 of their individuals that they were out looking for when it comes to these criminal illegal immigrants. So we can expect those numbers to increase along the southern border, as Tony Gonzalez is mentioning there. Nichole.
All right, so Allie, how do we expect these soldiers to be used at the border? What are they going to be doing?
Yeah, so some nuance here. We've been reporting here at News Nation. There are already thousands of troops down here. They were deployed under President Trump in 2018 under Operation Guardian Support. And the president just recently gave kind of immigration authority to a lot of the three-letter agencies down here. So FBI, ATF, DEA that we're seeing out there on these fugitive task forces working hand in hand with ICE. This is going to be different. These individuals are likely not going to have immigration authority. But what's interesting is the majority of these soldiers that are being deployed are part of military police efforts. So they will have some kind of policing authority. But again, they're not going to have immigration authority. Their policing authority, their jurisdiction is on military basis. So as Tony Gonzalez was telling us, they will likely be used in security operations. They will be used to assist the law enforcement that are down here. They'll be used as deterrents. They will be armed, of course, with pepper balls and things like that. But Nichole, we don't expect them to actually apprehend any migrants because they don't have that immigration authority. That is something that would have to be handed down from the president if he does want them to be involved there. But it sounds like they'll have their hands full building fence, helping them repair their vehicles, being security forces, and also just kind of being there in lockstep with Border Patrol down here along the southern border, Nichole.
All right, Allie Bradley live for us there in Del Rio. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.